Hi, everybody, it's Rhonda, and today we are going to talk about listing information images. Okay, these are uh, images that you put in your Etsy listings to help people understand what they're getting and other information about your files. These are really useful, especially when people are scrolling on their phone shopping and, the listing description is not necessarily right there in front of their face. So as they're scrolling through your images, when you use these informational images, it helps them understand what they're getting, what they're not getting, what they can use your files for, and things of that nature. So we're going to talk about them today because I think they're really important to use. And I don't think enough people use them. All right. I do think using these helps cut down on the messages from people saying, why didn't my purchase arrive yet? And we're thinking they were going to get a physical product when in actuality, you're selling digital products, things like that. And, it just gives them much more information to go on right away. So I have a couple examples here. These are just real simple ones that, just to show you what I'm talking about. So this one here, it says, commercial use included, 300 DPI, high resolution, transparent PNG file. And it tells them everything they really need to know. It's an instant digital download, no physical product. 5,000 by 5,000 pixels in size. This one says, it's perfect for sublimation, DTF, POD, easy to use, great for shirts, mugs, totes, and more, ready for printing and pressing. So those are the types of images we are going to be creating. And I'm also going to show you how you can add them to your mock-up profiles here inside of Render Studio. Okay, so that every time you create a design and you generate your mock-up listing images, you can generate these informational images at the same time. All right, so I'm just going to pop over here to the design canvas inside of Render Studio, and I have an artboard or a canvas or a page, whatever you want to call it, that is 3,000 pixels by 3,000 pixels. That's the size I make all of my Etsy thumbnail images. It's up to you. If you have a different size that you like to make yours, you're more than welcome to do that. This is just what I like to do. Now, as far as your informational images go, I definitely recommend designing them so that they match your business brand. If you have particular colors, particular fonts that you use for your brand, keep that going in these types of images. Okay, make sure that you're staying on brand so people know it's you. And then you just come in here and create these and make sure that they have the information you want them to have. So I have the first one here. And if you don't know what to say, you can use the AI assistant in here inside of the design canvas. Now, I sent a prompt to that a little bit ago, and it says, I'm creating listing details images for my Etsy listing. It's a PNG design for shirts, tumblers, etc. Can you give me good text to put on the info images explaining what the customer will get? That way, if you don't know how to write it out, you don't know what you want to say, just ask the chat assistant and it will help you. Okay. And it actually gave me several options. Option 1, it says what you get. And option 2, it says focus on usage. Option 3 is emphasizing that the digital aspect of it. Option 4 is just simple. And it says option 5 is a slightly more detailed look if you have the space. So, it's completely up to you which one you use, and you can mix and match actually. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go with option 2, focus on usage, and I am going to select that. And I'm just going to come back over here and click the text box, add a heading, and I'm going to make this wider so it is not quite the full width of my image, but close. And then I'm just going to paste that in here. And now looking at it, I'm going to increase my font size. Right there, looks pretty good. Actually, let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's go down to like 120. Okay, that looks pretty good. And like I said, you can change this up if you want to make it a little different. Like, I don't think I want the digital projects in here. I'm going to come in here and delete that part. Ideal for t-shirts, crafts, tumblers, etc. Okay. Change that wording up just a little bit. I'm going to double click back in here and I'm going to put an extra space in there. So that looks pretty good. And like I said, you can change your font so that you are using, if you have specific brand fonts, like I use Poppins. So I'm going to change that to Poppins. And I think I want everything to be uppercase. And then I'll reduce my font size just a little bit more. Okay. So that one is pretty much ready to go. You could add some little elements in here if you wanted to make it look a little cuter. Like I said, stick with your brand. If your brand is fun and has little things like that on it, include them, include some little elements or include your logo or something like that on these particular images. That's always a good idea, so they know exactly who they're dealing with. So that's the one. And then you could do a thank you. So we can do this again. And again, I'm going to make this a little wider, and I'm going to make my font size the same, 120. And again, we're going to go with Poppins uppercase. And in here, you can just say something like, thank you for supporting my small business, and just leave it like that if you wanted, or you could, add some more to it. It's completely up to you. You could definitely, let's double click in here and let's add another line and say, connect with me on social media. And you could add your social media handle if you are on, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. If you have, Facebook business page, Instagram, Pinterest, anything, put your social media handle on here so they know where to find you off of Etsy, so you can connect with people that way as well. So that's, your second page. And then your third page, you could again come in here and say, sorry, there's a bug buzzing me. I want to create another info image that tells users what my files are good for or used for, like shirts, tumblers, greeting cards, etc. And again, it will write it for you if you're not sure how you want to word it. So here we go. It says, unleash your creativity. This versatile PNG is ideal for apparels and accessories. So this one I think is great. Option 3, simple. I think I like this one. Use this design for, and it gives you a list of things in there. So I'm going to go with that one. And again, I'm just going to make my text area wider, and I'm going to paste that in. And we're going to go 120. And again, make sure our font is the same. And now you have your third one where it tells people exactly what, or gives them some ideas of ways they can use this. So sublimation shirts, direct to garment printing, drinkware, card making, junk journals, digital planners. So you have this information here now for them. Okay. So that's how you create these images. Just give them information that they need to know and do a thank you. We could do, could actually make the thank you for supporting my small business larger if you wanted to have several text boxes. It's up to you. I'm just doing real basic images here just so you can see what you should be putting in them. So, we want to make sure that they have all the information they need just by scrolling through your images, all right? So once you have your images created, okay, the next step is to get them into your mockup folder here inside of Render Studio so you can use them over and over and over again. So I'm just going to come up here and export them, and I'm going to export them as JPEGs, and I am going to export, and I'm going to save it right here inside of my info images folder. Okay. Now I am going to go into that folder and extract them quickly before we do anything else. Let me extract those real quick. All right. And now we are going to jump into the mockup generator here inside of mockup or inside of Render Studio. So now I'm in the mockup generator, and I'm going to click on my templates, and I'm going to delete that one, and I'm going to scroll down here to upload my mockup. Now you can only do one mockup at a time. So you'll drag your first one in and upload, and we'll call this one info image 1. And then if you have folders set up, you can save it to a folder. Now you have choices in here because you can add this. Because you're using this in your mockups, your design image is actually going to show up on these. So you can do this one of two ways. You can come down here and just put a small image down in the bottom or right in the center. It's up to you. I think I'll go down here in the corner and just make it tiny. And you can set the opacity. So if you want it to be, completely there, just leave your opacity set at 100. If you want to reduce that opacity so it shows up, but it's not quite so, I guess, bold or jarring, you can reduce the opacity so it's somewhat see-through down there. So it's completely up to you. I usually like to reduce my opacity, and I'm going to put it down to about 40%. And then I'm just going to save that. Okay. And I'm going to upload the same one again. I'm going to show you. So again, we'll upload our next image. Okay. We'll drop that in. And again, we'll do info image 2. Now on this one, instead of putting it down in the corner, I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to scale this and make this large. I'm going to have it fill almost the entire mockup. Okay. And I'm going to show you though. I know you're thinking it's going to block off the text. It's going to be distracting and what have you. But what we're going to do is, because it's over top of everything, we're going to reduce this opacity down to about 15%. So it will show up there, but it is not going to block the text. It's not going to be overly distracting, but it adds a little something to the image. So once you have it set, again, you'll come down here. Now I can upload, you know what, let me do that. Let me upload a preview image so you can see what it's actually going to look like. So let me just come through here, and I don't know, let's go with this. Oh, too large. I thought so. Okay, let's go with this one. Still too large. All right. All righty. Yeah, these are preview images, so they can't be, really big. Here we go. This one works. Okay. So this is, let's say that's our design. So you see how that's showing up there, but it's very faint. So you can make it even more transparent, or, you could bring it larger. But again, when we have it this big and going over our text, we want it to be very transparent. Okay, so I'm going to set it like 10%. And again, we'll save that template. All right, so now I'm going to refresh this so our new templates show up there for us. We have our 2 informational templates that we just created. So I'm going to select multiple. I'm going to take both of those, and we are going to upload our design. And let's see, which one do we want? Let's see. Let's go with this one. And we'll click Generate Mockups. Okay. So now here's the first one where we just put it down in the corner, right? And that looks good down there. And here's the one where it covers the whole image. So again, you can still see it, but it is not overwhelming. It's not taking over the entire design. You can reduce the opacity even a little bit more if you wanted to. It's whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you think looks good. But once you have them uploaded here into your mockup folders, then you can create profiles so that every time you come in here to generate your mockups, these listing images, these informational images will be included in your mockups. So we'll come down and I am going to come in here and do load profile, or what are we doing here? Select multiple. I'm sorry. We're selecting multiple mockups. So you select the ones you want. They can be ones that are already uploaded here for you to use, or they can all be ones that you've created yourself. So I'm going to select some of each. So I selected these 3, and then I'm going to go into my templates, and I'm going to make sure I have my informational images. And once I do that, I can come down here and save this as a profile. So let's just call this shirt profile test, and we'll save that. Okay. But now when you add your image and you have selected, let's load our profile. Let's refresh here so we get the one we just saved. Load profile, shirt profile test. It's automatically going to select all of the templates, all of the mockups that you selected previously when you saved it. So it already has those done. And now let's upload our image, and let's go with that one again and generate mockups. And you see it's generated your shirt mockups. And again, you know, this was not an image that was ready. It's just one I grabbed just for demonstration purposes. Let me find a better one here. Let me scroll down through here and find a better one that I know the background has been removed on. Let's do this one, the beach. Okay. Alrighty. So now you can see you have your designs on the t-shirts, and it's also down here in the corner of your informational images as well, or in the background of it. So every time you come in here, you just load the profile that contains all the images that you want to use in your mockups. It generates them all at once. Then you can download it as a zip. And when you are uploading your listing to Etsy, you can just drag and drop all of these right into your mockups, and they will be in there for you to use. And now your customers, as they are scrolling through, they're going to see everything important to know right away in your images instead of having to search through your description or something like that. All right. So use informational images in your listings. Okay. They are important. I think they make a big difference. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it more than you know, and I'll see you in the next video.